Hi everybody, this is me, Mystery Man, or Mist. Depends, see, Mist. And I am on a server that I haven't been on in months. And why, you may ask? Well, there's many reasons why I can't play on this server as much. And I'm going to explain them right now. This is the Never Stop Gaming server, NSG. It's a survival SMP server for YouTubers. And the reasons why I just find it hard to start a recording or to play is there's one thing. I actually have bad ping usually. That's one thing. I lag a lot, so I'm unable to actually play properly and stuff. And hopefully, I teamed up with someone. I'm not going to say their name yet because I want to keep that a little bit mysterious. I did team up with someone. Hopefully he and I can do some work together. Because he seems to be able to come on more, and hopefully we can work stuff out together. Like this machine. So, I do play with one of my close friends. Just me and him on a server. It's because we want to have fun. And we were building tunnel borers, so I thought, you know what? Since I built a tunnel borer on my friend's server, well, he actually built it. I just made the design for him. But since we built one there, I was thinking, why not build one on NSG? And I did, so I built this one. I adapted this design from watching many videos on YouTube. First, a couple years ago, I saw Emerald Fire build his design. And then next I saw Comet 107's designs. His designs were actually really good. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to take a very closely designed tunnel board to Comets. And then just, keep it small like this. And this is what we got. So, tunnel bore. And then over here is the blast chamber. Now, normally I don't do this. I don't like TNT duping. But since people on NSG are allowed to do it, I decided just to do it for this tunnel bore. But normally, if I were playing in my own world or with my friend, I would not dupe at all, because there's just, I don't know, it feels kind of guilty. I'm sorry, but that's just how it feels. But yeah, look at that. I actually ran this for 70 cycles, and this is what we got. We probably got a couple of other ores, but we took them out. But look at that redstone. I'm getting my redstone back. So it's really good. This only took me like an hour and a half perhaps to build it. We dug this area out, and then look at this. Look how long, like, it's not even rendered. It's that long. Let me get this up to, not 15, 10? 10 chunks. 10 chunks, I still can't go, because it went so far. It's yeah, you can see that side, but one of the tunnel bores, it just went flying. Oh, did we get gravel here? I had a theoretical thought that gravel could actually go on top of these slimes, but it's super rare. You'd actually need levitating gravel for this to happen. Like floating sand in the desert, similar to that. You could have floating sand, and the slime thing could actually go under and pick it up, and it would ride on top. So, as a safety precaution, I just have hoppers and slabs so that we can collect gravel that gets pushed over. But I don't think explaining really helps that much, so what I'm going to do is run a smaller design right over here. Well, actually, I could run the big one. I'm just really skeptical about running that one. Here's what we could do, though. I'll go ahead and... Here's the thing, there's mobs down that tunnel. It's scary. I'll just run it. You can, if you hold down the lever and then press the button, it does cycles, but if you just press the button, it only does one cycle, so, yeah, I'm gonna take the safe route that I made. I dug 100 blocks out on the side here and built an AFK position so that we could dig at least a 300 plus block long tunnel. And it really worked well. The only problem is, again, I have bad ping. So I actually got disconnected while sleeping. Thankfully, I wake up in between sleeping to check on things. and I caught it. Well, it didn't. I caught myself timed out, but thankfully the machine didn't stop because it stopped in chunks, most likely, so it didn't break. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, it just keeps flying out, and whenever the tunnel bore collides with the wall, it'll turn around using that piston on the top with the observer, because it'll interact with... I don't like you, creeper. You should settle down. Over here, buddy. Yeah, you like that? Getting warm, eh? Yeah, but you see, that one just went back. That one went back. I'm gonna wait here for that one to come back, because I don't want it to unload. And then I'll explain kind of what that collection system does. Up there it goes, it's coming back. But yeah, it can pick up a max of 8 blocks per tunnel bore. That is how... Yeah, see, that one's got 8 blocks, I think. Yeah, so I lit up this tunnel because I was tired of the mobs murdering me. But yeah, it goes back. I actually saved a lot more time. It would have taken me hours to dig a tunnel this long, but for this machine, it's literally nothing. Absolutely nothing for the machine. And that's what I love about Slimestone. To be specific, I don't like building complicated machines. I like building simple machines. So if I ever post something on my channel, I always try to make it as simple as I can. Well, especially with the new stuff that I'm doing. Semi-new. Because I keep modifying old stuff, you see. That's... Hey, so each of these obsidian blocks has a redstone torch. And this is a 3-input AND gate. If all 3 tunnel bores return, then this flying machine over here will push all the blocks over after this double extender aligns the blocks. So we'll go ahead and watch that. So it flies over, and it aligns the blocks, and then it goes on this redstone line. Goes and actually pulses this piston for me in sync. And I did this because it was a lot easier. Again, emphasizing easy, because I didn't want to do any timing magic or observer block magic, because it's not always accurate. But yeah, as you can see, ooh, wow, that's a huge loss. It's not perfect. I think I technically could go one more block lower with the obsidian, but I was a little scared. Yeah, look, we just lost 4 gold there. Not good. It's a good, I mean, it's good since it's free. Like, not the loss, but the blocks are good since it's free, but that loss of gold meant a little bit to me. Could have gotten more. Oh yeah, also the blast chamber. Each TNT explodes independently of each other so that they don't break each other's blocks, because that would suck, wouldn't it? Okay, so there's the tunnel bore. Very easy. I might do a tutorial on it because it's just so easy. Like, I'll do maybe a single bore and then a triple bore. Triple bore because of the max push limit. That's literally why I built 3 tunnel bores. And I wouldn't go and do more because 1, it would take too much time. 2, yeah, it gets really big, so I wouldn't be able to afford it. I spent less than a stack of materials in terms of pistons and such just to build that tunnel bore. Anyways, with all that said, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the other bases the other base. I have to show you it. I made it a couple months ago. When I actually first came onto this season of NSG, I built an iron farm like within 2 weeks. Not just any iron farm though. I made a tutorial on one of the iron farm cells, but I did something really crazy, and we're gonna go and see that right now. Pretty desolate here on the bedrock ceiling. Something I wanted to do in a playthrough is do everything below bedrock ceiling. So everything, the farms and stuff. Because I felt like it's too easy using the top of the bedrock ceiling when I could be using the bottom and overcoming some challenges or something. But I don't know, I'm not going to promise anything like that because, I don't know, I just don't have a lot of time to do videos as I've got work, I'm doing work, so I have to do that. I've got some college, So yeah, those two things take up a lot of my time, but hopefully I could find time to do this. As you can see, these booster minecart stations that I made can go on for like at least 150 blocks per. I think that's how I spaced it. But yeah, so the way it works is quite simple. If a furnace minecart in in the current version that I'm in, which is 1.16, and below, I think, as long as the furnace minecart is moving, it can push other minecarts. So if you push the furnace minecart, it'll push another minecart with some lower, push. But here's the thing: if you use two furnace minecarts on top of each other on a rail and loop them around, they can infinitely just keep going. So if you've got an infinite moving minecart plus its pushing mechanic, you can use that to build a booster. So not exactly like the old days, but it kind of is reminiscent to that idea. That's why I really like it. Yeah, there's a lot of mushrooms here. You know, that's one thing I haven't done in a long time. Building a big mushroom farm. I haven't built a big mushroom farm in, like, it's been a while. Like, I remember on a Skyblock server, it was the last time I built a giant mushroom farm. I built it like the classic way, where you would have water kind of flow inside a big box. It was like a big wooden box. But I'd have that... it was actually pretty crazy for a Skyblock server, I'll tell you, but I did that. That was like a few years ago, but I did that. Another cool project is it's kind of semi-old. I built this cool melon farm where it used a flying machine that goes vertically. So you could harvest the melons vertically with a flying machine, and it would all collect down with very, very few hoppers. I really like that concept for a melon farm. I built one, again, on Skyblock with somebody a while ago. Not like too long ago, but a while ago, and it was fun. There's my base entrance. But yeah, one of the blocks that I really like in this game is snow blocks. They're just so clean, and with the iron blocks, I mean, that may look like a dumb building, but it's clean. Anyways, we made it back. I'm glad I was able to talk a little bit to you guys, but now it's time to hop in the area here, Mystery Man's base. Yeah, I mirrored it. And the first place we're going to see before the iron farm storage is the actual base, so we understand what went on a couple months ago. Because I was gone for a while, and I want to refresh my mind on things, and we're here. More on this later. First of all, here is where it all started. So, I set up this is kind of similar to what I always do. I usually find a nice ocean. Oh, lag spike. I find a nice ocean to work with, and I place down the first snow golem. And I build everything out of snow and stuff. I think I also once had a spruce tree farm, and that's how I got these wood things, and you can see there's a spruce I probably got. But the first thing I built was this mob farm. And there's a phantom up there. Oh, phantom, you can't touch me here. He's close. Ooh. Yeah! Get him, chest! Haha! Score! Yeah, the first thing I built, though, is this mob farm. So, it actually uses no redstone. It's a coal slab-based flush farm. I actually built one using one piece of redstone dust before the waterlogging was a thing, so I could technically link that video so you guys can kind of imagine how it works. But yeah, you would AFK up there, which makes the spawn rates pretty good. You actually almost get the cap with just 3, is it 3? No, 4. 4 pads basically reaches the cap. And I still have a few materials in here. Probably not in these chests, but I know I've got a couple materials here. I did start draining out the gunpowder a while ago, so I may not have as much gunpowder as I used to in here. Yeah, I did. Wow. There you go. Look at that. A lot of good stuff with just this very simple mob farm. I think I built that on the first day, actually, of coming on. Oh, it's already running, too. You can hear that. So yeah, there's a simple mob farm. I might make a tutorial on that at some point, because I really think it's a good mob farm. Especially with some new features that I've designed off camera. I haven't shown some things that I would like to do. Over here is a villager breeder. Now, this isn't like the super ultra compact villager breeder, no. It's a simple villager breeder. So what you do is you toss a bunch of bread in there, or any kind of food. And it's also open enough so that you can go inside it and trade with the villagers. Because I always liked open breeders. It's less it's cruelty free for the most part, and you can also, talk and negotiate your items, especially rotten flesh. I've done a lot of negotiating with that just to get diamond tools. But yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Teammate. So yeah, if you want to trade iron, this is where you go. Just go to my base. Look at that, iron trades. I've already set that up like a long time ago. I just forgot about it and forgot to talk about it with you. So no, if you want to trade iron, you just go there, okay? Okay. Now up here, I did sort of set up an iron farm. This is like the, yeah, it actually does it. It's decent. It was the first iron farm and villager breeder setup that I not came up with, but used. I mean, there's so many variations out there, you can't claim it's your design, right? Right. So, yeah, there's that. This right here is probably one of the most important buildings on the base, but again, I'll get to that in a moment. Over here is the second mob farm, and you're like, whoa, mystery. I thought you already had one. Is one not enough or a slinger? What's going on? Yes and no. Yes, that farm's enough for the drops, and no, it's not perfect for what I needed. This farm right here is specifically only to harvest zombies, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So, yeah, there's not a lot of kelp here, but what I did is I just took a bunch of kelp from the ocean floor, and I set it up inside this barrel, as you can see. And what this barrel would do is it would just go into the dropper. Now, this dropper essentially will keep dispensing with this clock until an item lands on that pressure plate. And what happens is when I'm AFKing above the mob farm, in that glass, not that glass box, that one right there. When I'm AFKing in that glass box, this right here is the very bottom of where they can spawn. So what happens is zombies are the only mob that can pick up the kelp. Skeletons only pick up like swords, armor, and stuff. So the zombie picks up the kelp and he doesn't just spawn, and they go down there. And that's where we're gonna go next, because, yeah, or not next, but we'll get to that, okay? We'll get to that. We're gonna get to that, because that was probably one of the most important farms to build as well, alongside this thing. Okay, so another thing that was very important to me early on is wood. So I built this, I actually kind of designed this. I first took inspiration from Ethos Slab with his TNT tree farm. I actually built this one block for block on my Mist World Survival series. I'll link that in the description. But essentially, the way it's a semi-automatic machine. You have to manually plant the saplings, but it automatically harvests it. So I'll show you how it's done. First of all, I don't have a hoe, so that was a bad idea. I like to call them tillers in this game for reasons that make sense, because it tells things. Yeah, so, this is a very good example. This is very, very good. Yeah, look at that. So you grow 4 tall trees, and then you can go up a bubble column or ladder, doesn't matter. Again, if you ever attempt to build this, just watch my Mist Survival World episode in the description. Yeah, so this is some logic. This is for variable TNT dropping, so that we can use one dispenser to do this whole thing. So you would have to hop down. You have to look up and align yourself, and then you dig down. Especially at the diamond hoe or something. Netherite hoe, actually, those are pretty easy. But yeah, you do that. And once I flip this lever, it's going to start TNTing. So, give it some time. Hopefully... is my ping? Oh, ping's bad. It's good. You're going to see some action happen. There you go. Look at that action. Ping was bad. Here we go. Look at that. TNT goes, and it drops at the bottom, middle, and the top. There's only 3, or is it 4? There's 4 TNT heights, so it uses 8 TNT in total. The drop rate isn't 100%. The TNT does drop 100%, but it lands on logs sometimes. So yeah, look at that. You get quick wood, and you can go on your way. It's really easy. That's not a hard tree farm, and I've gotten so much wood from it. I'm actually very happy with it. For what it's worth, it's like low effort, big gain. Oh, and I forgot to leave this. Wow, this is like an advertising thing for my YouTube videos. Who cares? Yeah, you can see that I'm eating melons still. The worst food. One actually, I think kelp's the worst food in my opinion. Like it's so hard to eat that stuff. Melons though. I'm still eating melons because, again, I don't really want to kill the cows. I like the. The cows are actually good for other things, but no, I actually like melons because you can plant them anywhere and you can get the food that you want. I still haven't built an automatic melon farm yet, and I'm going to do that probably. Again, these videos are going to rarely come out, so big expectations when you see them. Right, before we go underground and stuff, I do have to show you this thing before we see the mechanics, and also this thing. So this is my first slime farm that I built on the NSG server. Well, at least for the season. It's really simple. I just use 1 iron golem, and I have the bottom floor with snow golems, which accelerates the slimes for me. And then I got a middle floor, which is slightly smaller than the bottom and then the top. And that's just so that I can use this 1 golem without too much work and all that. And quite frankly, let's see. Yeah, quite frankly, I get enough slime to get by. So, yeah, I used to be a 1-man team. Now I got a teammate, so we'll be doing good stuff together. But yeah, now, yeah, that slime farm's plenty fine for just what I was doing. Okay, so yeah, I said later to get to something, and we're gonna get to it. This thing. What does this do? Why do I have this? This was used to build the thing over there, which I'm not gonna show yet. So essentially, all you have to do to get either a zombie or a villager, you just drop a minecart down here. And it goes down, and below I've got a bank which holds mobs. 2 mobs. The zombies and the villagers. The villagers come from there. The zombies go from there, and there's underground piping that basically does some plumbing and gets them up here. So, well, there's rims in there and stuff, but it takes a few seconds, and there's a bubble column there that the minecart goes up. And yeah, it's beautiful. Probably the best thing. I've got to make this with my friend. But yeah, look at that, easy. And then they just slowly roll onto the rail, and you can do whatever you want. In this case, I'm gonna just make them suffer. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same for the villager, because I'm sure you've got some suspicion of that. I can't blame you. Does that minecart go down? There you go, it went down. Yeah, see, again, my ping is so bad. The bars look good right now, but whenever I'm trying to do stuff during the day, my Wi-Fi gets used, and yeah, it's just not good. That's why I don't like to record from, like that. That's why I kind of did single player for while I had the free time, because it's just so much easier. But yeah, our villagers should come up soon. We'll see. Any second now, rather. So yeah. I know I have plenty of villagers. There he is. Look at him. Look at the big boy. So yeah, you know, this could be very useful if you wanted to do the villager carrying station. You've got your zombies and villagers to get started. I don't need them. Yep. Oh yeah, villager heads. That's a feature NSG has. They got heads. Anyways, so there you go. And now how for those work, because we have to get to that. That was probably one of the more important builds on my starting base here. You can see how all these things that I've made is connecting to the things that relate to the flying machines. Getting the iron and stuff for hoppers and pistons and the slime blocks. It all boils down to what I wanted to do. That goes to a cool place, and that's just a dead end. Okay, so underground. This is one of the earlier projects, the Mob Lab. And yeah, it's one of my favorite builds. Look at that. So it's got villagers and it's got zombies coming from those things I showed you earlier. And if we go up here, this is the secondary storage so that they don't entity collide each other. There's kind of a cap on the amount of villagers I can have in here, but I don't care about that because I got a lot of villagers and zombies. So yeah, essentially, right, I have to show you. Essentially, the minecart drops here or there from the tube. It goes down the rail under here, and then with this little rail configuration, it'll actually pick them up through there, and this goes back into the bubble column area. And now, we could fast travel. Because all of these things that I built all connects to one thing. So, yeah. Oh, there's a cat here. Interesting. I'm gonna go back. But yeah, now we're back at the top. That's why I built the portals this way. I just love doing that kind of thing. Hopefully, yep, there we go. We're back at the top. And now I'm going to go ahead and show you what this all boiled down to. For how I was able to set up this, yeah, see, there's the ping again. You guys should know, yeah, there you go. See, this is why I don't play on NSG. I just can't. I can't. I'm not raging or anything, it's just impossible. I can't AFK on the server, I can't do anything. That's why I was hoping that the guy I was working with would be an epic partner, because we can help each other out. He's really good. From what I saw, he's pretty good at building cool buildings and stuff, so that'd be awesome to work with and stuff. Yes. This is what it all boiled down to, guys. I built this massive iron farm, and this was incomplete. But I had to stop work on it because college. But yeah, this project took me less than a week to make. I mean, it's so easy. I literally just had the rails go on top of all these empty cells that I built, and then I just minecarted them all in from that dispensary system I built. That's why I was able to put this together. And now I've got the biggest iron farm on the server, and I don't know if anyone has beaten me yet. But there you go. Unfortunately, I didn't finish it, and there's still storage work to be done. That's unfortunate, but yeah. It's just so satisfying watching them like this. I think this will be my thumbnail. Yeah, you guys now understand what the screen was about. I think I took the thumbnail. Okay, I took the thumbnail. Cool. Alright, so yeah, that's what it all boiled down to. So there's one last area I want to show you guys. And the fastest way to get there is by riding a minecart. Woohoo. The last area I want to show you guys, second to last, is the iron farm storage room. Because I want to show you how incomplete it is. It's literally garbage. You would expect some epic big room with a bunch of iron in it, but no. It's not. And yeah. So let's head over there, right? And we're here. And yeah, this is... That is satisfying. Dude, I remember making that classic style iron farm back in 1.13. Dude, the old iron farms were more fun than this. I promise you that. They were a lot more work, but they were just so satisfying. The new iron farms, on the other hand, they're just boring to look at. There's no redstone complexity with them. They just work. But yeah, we already did block crafting. I mean, that's enough iron. I'm not like a giant server. I don't need that much iron. I'm just one person. But yeah, big iron farm for a small person. Why? It's not about having a bunch of iron. It's about getting the iron fast. I want to AFK for as little time as possible to get my iron. So that's why the area is big. Okay, so the last place on NSG that I want to show you is a very simple witch farm. Like, I think many people by now have built designs very similar to this, because everybody thinks of this. We had waterlogging since 1.13, I think. And so this is a waterlog-based witch farm. So I'll get back to you guys once I get back to the other part of the nether. Alright. We are back. There's the Mist Labs, which is Mystery Man Space number 2, my old username. But believe it or not, I was able to pass off my old username to an alt account, so no one could steal it. I did that within a month, or no, over a month. I found this cool website that keeps track of how long the renaming schedule works out, so I was able to do it like right on the dot. And yeah. But yeah, so right over there was a very small project. I made it to get this stuff. Not just that stuff, some other things, because I need a lot of things for the future if I continue playing on the server. I don't know how active I could be. I could probably put an update video at least a month or two. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm sorry to the owners and admins, but that's just what I'm looking at. I'm kind of like the ghost on this server at this point. But yeah, I really do like the guys. But yeah, so up there is the AFK position. It's quite simple. I just have some redstone repeater delay for water flushing and for this comparator timer. Very simple. And then, of course, down here is where the collection is. And it's just a bunch of minecarts and stuff. So yeah, I got some remnants of old stuff. I already cleaned this place out however long ago, but yeah, I got gunpowder here. Literally, the other mob farm's only good for other things now. But yeah, so there you go. I've got a decent way to get gunpowder, and now my teammate should know where the witch farm is. Yeah, so teammate, if you want to get that redstone and stuff, just AFK nearby where we are, okay? Alright guys, that'll about wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this small tour. Again, most of the things here are like a few months old, or even that, a few weeks old. Except for the tunnel board that I made this week. Or, I don't know when. But yeah, I appreciate your time. Thank you guys so much if you're like subscribers. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. I know we're like a small group, but honestly, it means more to me than anything to bring good stuff to you guys. And if you're new, yeah, you can hit subscribe, and I'll make some cool things, flying machine related and other stuff, because I love making all kinds of redstone stuff, except things that I just can't do, like redstone doors. Like, that's another skill set, and I just haven't invested into it. Flying machine doors, maybe, but no. All right. Goodbye, guys. Subscribe, like, all the good stuff.